Every RAG system so far in this series treats every question the same way. Whether you ask what is 2 plus 2 or trace the full ownership history of a company through 5 acquisitions, standard RAG runs the identical pipeline, retrieve some chunks, generate. And that is obviously wrong in 2 directions at once. The trivial question does not need retrieval at all. You are paying latency and cost, and risking that irrelevant chunks corrupt an answer the model already knew. And the genuinely hard, multi-hop question needs far more than one retrieval. It needs to retrieve, reason, retrieve again based on what it learned, and keep going, and a single-shot pipeline simply cannot answer it, so it confidently returns something incomplete or wrong. Adaptive RAG's insight is almost embarrassingly simple. Match the effort to the difficulty. Put a small classifier at the front that looks at the incoming question, estimates how hard it is, and routes it. No retrieval for the easy ones, a single retrieval for the moderate ones, an iterative multi-step loop for the hard ones. Spend retrieval where it is needed and nowhere else. It is the least glamorous technique in this series and one of the most practically useful, because it is fundamentally about not wasting effort. But, and this is the thread I will pull throughout, you have just added a router, and a router is a new thing that can be wrong, and being wrong in one direction is far more dangerous than the other. 9 concepts. Let us be concrete about the waste and the failure, because adaptive RAG only makes sense once you feel both. Take 3 questions. 1. What is the boiling point of water? The model knows this cold. There is nothing to retrieve. Running a vector search here adds latency, adds cost, and, this is the part people miss, can actively harm the answer, because now some tangentially matched chunk is sitting in the context, possibly contradicting the model's correct internal knowledge. 2. What is our company's refund policy? This is a single, clean retrieval. Find the policy document, answer from it. Standard RAG handles this one well. It is the case the whole technique was designed for. 3. Which of our suppliers are headquartered in countries where we do not yet have a data processing agreement? Sit with that one. To answer it, you must find the suppliers, find each one's country, find the list of countries where you have agreements, and compute the difference. That is not one retrieval, it is several, each depending on the last, interleaved with reasoning. A single-shot RAG pipeline gives that question one retrieval and then generates, and it produces a confident, plausible, incomplete answer that misses half the suppliers, and nobody notices because it looks like an answer. So standard RAG overserves question 1, handles question 2, and silently fails question 3, all with the same fixed strategy. The failure on the hard question is the expensive one, because it is invisible. Adaptive RAG exists to route each of these 3 to a different amount of work. Let's start with the first one. A dispatcher at the front door. The whole of adaptive RAG is one new component placed before retrieval, a query complexity classifier. It is a small, fast model whose only job is to look at the incoming question and predict how much retrieval it will take to answer well. Based on that prediction, it dispatches the query down one of a few paths, and that is it. That is the entire architecture. Think of it as a triage nurse at the front door of your RAG system, a quick assessment, then a routing decision, so that simple cases do not clog the expensive machinery and serious cases get the full workup. 2 things make this design nice. First, it is orthogonal to everything else in the series. The classifier decides how much retrieval, and whatever retrieval you do can still be plain, or corrective, or anything else. Adaptive RAG composes with the other techniques rather than replacing them. It is a layer on top. Second, it is model agnostic and external, like corrective RAG, and unlike self-RAG, you are not training your main generator, you are training a small separate router, so this works with a closed API model behind it. The contrast worth holding. Self-RAG also does adaptive retrieval, but it bakes the decision into the generator through training, so the model decides mid-generation. Adaptive RAG makes the decision once, upfront, with a separate classifier, before generation starts. Same goal, do not retrieve when you do not need to, reached by an external router instead of an internal instinct. And the entire technique now rests on that router being right, which is where all the interesting problems live. Number 2. The 3 levels of effort. The classifier routes each query into one of 3 strategies, and this 3-way split is the core of the technique. Route A, no retrieval. The query is simple and the model can answer from its own parametric knowledge, so you skip retrieval entirely and just generate. Fastest, cheapest, and for the right questions, more accurate, because you are not injecting noise. Route B, single-step retrieval, one retrieval, then generate, classic RAG. This is for questions that need external knowledge but are answerable from a single lookup, your refund policy, a product spec, a definition. Route C, multi-step retrieval, an iterative loop, retrieve, reason about what you found, decide what you still need, retrieve again, and repeat until you can answer. This is for complex, multi-hop questions where the answer is assembled from several dependent lookups. It is powerful and it is expensive, multiple retrievals, multiple model calls, real latency, which is exactly why you do not want to run it on every query, and exactly why you also cannot afford to skip it on the queries that need it. The elegance is in the spread, 3 tiers of cost and capability, and a router that tries to send each question to the cheapest tier that can actually answer it. Notice the shape. This is the same escalation ladder thinking from the Quartz and Spring Cloud episodes, applied to retrieval. Use the simplest strategy that works, escalate only when the problem demands it. The difference is that here a classifier makes the escalation decision automatically, per query, in real time. And that automation is the whole value and the whole risk. Third, sometimes the best retrieval is none. The no-retrieval route deserves its own concept, because it is the one people find counterintuitive in a RAG system. The whole point of RAG is to retrieve, so why build a path that does not? Because retrieval is not free and it is not always helpful, and forcing it on a question the model already knows is a net negative on every axis. Cost, you ran an embedding and a vector search for nothing. Latency, you added a network round trip to the retriever a user is waiting on. And, the subtle one, accuracy. When you inject retrieve chunks into the context of a question the model could answer perfectly from its own weights, you introduce a chance that a mediocre or tangential chunk pulls the answer off course. There is real evidence that for questions squarely inside a model's knowledge, retrieval can lower accuracy rather than raise it, because the model starts deferring to weaker retrieved text over its own stronger knowledge. So Route A is not a degenerate case, it is a genuine optimization and a correctness improvement, not just a speed one. But here is the sharp edge, and it is a mirror of the self-RAG problem. To route a query to no retrieval, the system is betting the model knows the answer. If the classifier sends a question the model does not actually know to the no retrieval path, you get the purest form of hallucination, a confident answer from parametric memory with no grounding and no citations, and no retrieval step that might have caught it. So the no-retrieval route is where the highest value savings and the highest risk mistake both live. Route conservatively here. When in genuine doubt, retrieve, because an unnecessary retrieval costs you a little latency, and a wrongly skipped one costs you a false answer. Next one, the iterative loop for hard questions. The multi-step route is where genuinely hard questions get answered. And it is worth understanding because it is the bridge to agentic RAG. The idea, A complex question cannot be answered from one retrieval because you do not even know everything you need to look up until you have looked some of it up. So you loop. Retrieve what you can for the initial question. Reason over it. What did I learn? What do I still not know? Formulate a new, more specific subquery based on that. Retrieve again. Repeat until you have enough to answer. Our supplier question from earlier is exactly this. Find the suppliers, then for each look up its country, then look up your agreement list, then compute the gap. Each step's query depends on the previous step's results. A single retrieval cannot express that dependency. A loop can. This is powerful, and it is also where the cost and the failure risk concentrate. Every iteration is at least one retrieval and one model call, so a multi-step answer can cost 5 or 10 times a simple one and take correspondingly longer. It can loop unproductively if the reasoning stalls. And it needs a stopping condition, the same problem as any agent loop, because a system that does not know when it has enough will either stop too early and answer incompletely, or churn through iterations burning tokens. In fact, once you are doing retrieve reason repeat with two like retrieval calls and a stopping decision, you have essentially built a constrained agent, which is precisely what the Agentic RAG episode picks up. For now, the point is that adaptive RAG's job is to send only the questions that truly need this expensive loop into it, and to keep the boiling point of water question 1,000 miles away from it. Halfway through. Next, the router itself, and how it is trained. Everything rests on the classifier, so how do you build one, and how does it fail? Training data is the interesting problem, because complexity is not a label that comes stamped on questions. The clever trick in the original work, label queries by outcome. Run a question through all three strategies and see which is the cheapest one that actually got it right. If no retrieval answered it correctly, it is a simple query. If it needed the multi-step loop to get it right, it is complex. You automatically generate training labels from which strategy succeeded, plus some inductive bias from the type of dataset a question came from. Then you train a small, cheap language model as the classifier. Now the failure modes, and they are asymmetric, which is the single most important thing to understand about adaptive RAG. If the router overestimates difficulty, sends a simple query to the multi-step loop, you waste cost and latency, but you still get a correct answer. Annoying, not dangerous. If the router underestimates, sends a hard, multi-hop query to single step, or worse, sends a question the model does not know to no retrieval, you get a confidently wrong answer, ungrounded, with no second chance to catch it. Underrouting is the dangerous direction, and a well-designed adaptive RAG system is therefore deliberately biased toward over-retrieval. When the classifier is unsure, round up to more retrieval, because the cost of unnecessary retrieval is cents and seconds, while the cost of a wrongly skipped retrieval is a false answer a user trusts. And of course the classifier itself must be evaluated on your query distribution, because a router trained on open domain benchmarks may badly misjudge complexity in your specific domain. The router is the new single point of failure. Measure it like one. Number 6. Where adaptive sits, and how it combines. Let us place adaptive RAG precisely, because its relationship to the others is complementary, not competitive, and interviewers want to see you understand that. The key axis is when the decision is made. Adaptive RAG decides upfront, before any retrieval, how much retrieval a query even deserves. It is a router. Corrective RAG decides after retrieval, by grading what came back and correcting it. It is a critic on the output of retrieval. Self-RAG bakes both the when and the grounding into the model through training. So they act at different points in the pipeline, and that is exactly why they compose. Picture a serious production system. Adaptive RAG at the front routes the query, trivial one skip retrieval, Moderate ones get a single retrieval, hard ones enter the loop. For the ones that do retrieve, corrective RAG grades the retrieved documents and triggers a web fallback if they are garbage. And if you happen to own your model, a self-RAG style generator adds its own grounding check on top. None of these excludes the others. They are layers addressing different failure modes, adaptive fixes doing the wrong amount of retrieval, corrective fixes retrieving the wrong things, self-RAG fixes generating ungrounded claims. The honest note on adaptive specifically, it is primarily an efficiency technique. It does not make any individual retrieval better. A single-step query under adaptive RAG gets the same retrieval it always would. What adaptive buys you is not spending multi-step effort on simple questions and not underserving complex ones. That is a cost and coverage win, a real one, but frame it honestly in an interview. Adaptive RAG makes your system cheaper and more appropriately scaled, not fundamentally smarter at any single retrieval. Number 7. When it earns its keep. So when should you actually reach for adaptive RAG? The honest accounting. It earns its keep when your query distribution is genuinely mixed, a real spread of trivial, moderate, and complex questions, because that is when a one-size pipeline is most wasteful and most inadequate at the same time, and routing pays off on both ends. A customer support system that gets both what are your hours and untangle this multi-account billing dispute is a perfect fit. It turns its keep when cost and latency at scale actually matter to you. Routing simple queries away from expensive retrieval and multi-step loops is real money saved on real volume. And it earns its keep when you have enough traffic to justify building, training, and monitoring the classifier, because that classifier is a genuine piece of infrastructure with its own AVL set and its own maintenance. When is it not worth it? When your queries are uniform, if every question is a single document lookup, a router just adds a component and a failure mode to a pipeline that was already correctly sized. When your volume is low enough that the waste you would save is negligible and the classifier is more trouble than the savings. And the latter again, before you build a router, make sure your underlying single-step RAG is actually good, because adaptive RAG that routes cleanly to a broken retriever just fails more efficiently. The pattern across this whole series holds one more time. Do not add the sophisticated layer until the simple thing beneath it works and until you can name the specific problem the layer solves. For adaptive RAG, that problem is a mixed query load. If you do not have one, you do not need it. 2 to go. Number 8. What it takes to run in production. A few things that decide whether adaptive RAG works in practice rather than in a paper. First, the router is on the critical path of every query, so it must be fast and cheap. A heavyweight classifier that adds half a second to route a question defeats the latency savings it is supposed to deliver. Keep it small. Some teams even use a cheap fast LLM with a tight classification prompt, trading a little accuracy for zero training. Second, decide your routing granularity honestly. 3 buckets is the classic design, but complexity is really a continuum forced into bins, and the boundaries between bins are where misroutes cluster, so you want to know how your classifier behaves right at those edges. Third, and I cannot say this enough, bias toward over-retrieval at the boundaries. Tune the thresholds so that borderline cases round up, because the failure cost is asymmetric. Fourth, monitor the route distribution over time, exactly like the grade distribution in corrective RAG. If suddenly 90% of queries are routing to no retrieval, either your traffic changed or your classifier drifted, and either way your grounding is quietly dropping. Fifth, instrument the outcomes per route. Are no-retrieval answers actually correct? Are multi-step answers actually complete? Because the only way to know your router is any good is to check whether each route is succeeding at the job it was routed for. And a genuine word of pragmatism to close the concept. For many teams, A full-trained classifier is overkill, and a simpler heuristic route by obvious signals like query length, presence of question words that imply multi-hop, or a quick LLM difficulty guess, captures most of the benefit for a fraction of the effort. Start with the heuristic. Graduate to a trained classifier when you have measured that the heuristic is leaving real value on the table. And the last one. What they are really asking. When adaptive RAG comes up, the interviewer is checking whether you understand it as query routing and whether you grasp the asymmetric risk, which is the subtle part most people miss. Lead with the mechanism. Adaptive RAG puts a complexity classifier at the front that routes each query to one of three strategies: no retrieval, single step, or multi-step iterative. So you match the retrieval effort to the difficulty of the question. That one sentence nails it. Then show you know the point. It is primarily an efficiency and coverage technique. It does not make any single retrieval better. It stops you wasting multi-step effort on trivial questions and stops you underserving hard ones. Then the distinction from the family. Adaptive decides upfront how much retrieval, corrective grades after retrieval, self-RAG trains it into the model, and they compose. They are layers, not rivals. Then the insight that wins the room, volunteered without being asked. The router is a new single point of failure, and its errors are asymmetric. Overrouting a simple query just wastes money, but underrouting a hard query, or sending an unknown question to no retrieval, produces a confident ungrounded hallucination with no safety net. So good adaptive RAG system is deliberately biased toward over-retrieval when the classifier is unsure. And close on judgment, I would use it when my query load is genuinely mixed and volume makes the cost savings matter. I would start with a heuristic router before training a classifier, and I would monitor the route distribution as a health signal. Anyone can say it routes by difficulty. Knowing that underrouting is the dangerous direction, and that you therefore round up when unsure, is the answer that shows you have actually thought it through. Let us bring it together. Standard RAG runs the same pipeline for every question, which overserves the trivial ones and silently fails the genuinely hard, multi-hop ones. Adaptive RAG fixes that with one idea: a complexity classifier at the front that routes each query to the right amount of work, no retrieval when the model already knows, a single retrieval for a clean lookup, an iterative retrieve and repeat loop for the complex questions whose answers are assembled from several dependent steps. The no-retrieval route is a genuine correctness win, not just a speed one, because injecting chunks into a question the model knows can make the answer worse, but it is also the highest risk route, because a wrongly skipped retrieval is a pure hallucination. The multi-step route is where hard questions get answered, and it is essentially a constrained agent loop, which is where agentic RAG picks up. The classifier is the new single point of failure. Its errors are asymmetric, and the discipline is to bias toward over-retrieval when unsure, because unnecessary retrieval costs sense and a skipped one costs a false answer. Adaptive RAG is an efficiency and coverage layer. It composes with corrective and self-RAG rather than replacing them. Use it when your query load is truly mixed. Start with a heuristic and watch the route distribution. Next in the family, agentic RAG, where retrieval becomes a tool and agent wields. Subscribe.